Hello and welcome to Tim Connolly Drums. Just doing a quick video today because I just wanted to get something off my chest. I noticed on um, YouTube today there's a bunch of various drummers that I follow on YouTube. And one of them is Sina Drums, Sina, female drummer. She's great, really awesome drummer. But she's on there complaining that Led Zeppelin blocked her video when she covered the entirety of Led Zeppelin 4. Now, I actually never saw, I did see the video in terms of the thumbnail and the title, but I didn't actually watch the actual video. But I've watched many of her other videos, and I've asked her many times with no response, how are you avoiding copyright claims? Well, I know the answer. She's not. So she's putting so much time and effort into these videos. She's not making a dime. So she's monetized. She gets tons of views. She's got quite a following, way bigger than me. But it's an absolute and complete waste of time because she's fully monetized, but she's not making any money every single time that she does a cover, or anybody. And I'll get into that in a second, but I'm just talking about Sina here. Every single time she does a cover, it's blocked, it's copyright claimed, or even possibly if you keep breaking and breaching the copyright claims with the same artist, especially the Eagles, they're the worst, you're going to get a strike. So there's really no point in it. So anyway, she does a video. It's called I Got Blocked, a big X through it and blocked. That's her thumbnail. And she's complaining about how she got blocked by Led Zeppelin doing this video. I'm afraid that I totally disagree with her. She's on there begging Led Zeppelin to not block her video and that she's helping them and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I'm sorry, but Led Zeppelin doesn't need any help. You know, even if you generate them $1,000 or whatever, really, does Led Zeppelin really care about your $1,000 video? They do enough to block it. So the answer is they do care, but they don't care about the money. They care about the fact that their art is being duplicated, and they care about the money to some extent, but the money is minimal. I mean, you know, I don't know how much money she's particularly making or could be making an artist off of her videos. I don't know what those numbers are, but I can guarantee that a band like Led Zeppelin is making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And maybe they're making some of their income off of all these covers on YouTube, but I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Now, I used to do covers, but I quickly realized that it's a waste of time because every single cover that I did, it didn't matter what it was, a medley, change the groove, completely slow it down, do whatever I could do to alter the song. Eventually it gets caught up, you know, they catch up to you and you get a copyright claim. And in some cases you can get a strike. 3 strikes and you're out, meaning your channel's wiped out. I would rather do original material, which is what I usually do, and do my own thing and not try to copy other artists. Now, I have to admit, if I had seen Sina's video even 2 to 3 years ago, maybe a little bit further back, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I would have understood her side of it a little better. I would have even sympathized with her, and I would have even maybe championed the war cry against Led Zeppelin, because I see a lot of people doing that in the comments. But now I realize that Led Zeppelin is just fighting for what is rightfully theirs. The Eagles are really bad for this. They're the top dog for putting, you know, they don't put up with anybody covering their music. Now, Don Henley takes it a little bit too far because a copyright claim, nothing happens to your channel. You're not punished. It just means that they've claimed your material. They make the money off of whatever happens to your video. If you decide to keep it up and you let it run, the artist makes the money. Well, I'm sorry, but That's the way it should be. The artist should make the money because you're just copying what somebody else has already made. If you do your own original music or your own original videos, you're not going to run into this problem. So that's why I absolutely stopped doing covers. I don't do any covers anymore at all. I haven't done one for quite some time. And I try to avoid using any kind of music in my videos because you just put a few seconds up and you're getting a claim. It's unbelievable. Movies too. Put a scene from a movie up, you're going to get a claim. So what's the point in making other people money? It's your channel. It's your content. YouTube wants you to create your own material and they don't want you stealing other people's material. Now, there's always going to be little clips and little things that you want to try and use to enhance your video. I've done that and then had a copyright claim and I've argued it because it's my own material. Even in drum reaction videos, which I do, but if you play the music, let's say you react to a drummer performing one of his band or her band's songs, you're going to get a claim. You cannot avoid the music part. I only do reaction videos now to drumming that is not on a record. So for example, if you try and react to Bonham playing a drum solo, but the solo is on one of their albums, you're going to get claimed. Toad from Cream. I remember doing a review, or a reaction rather, of Ginger playing Toad. Now, Toad is actually on one of their records, so it got claimed. At first, I didn't understand. I'm like, this is a drum solo. How can drum solos be claimed? Well, it's technically a song because it is on their album. The only reactions that you can react to in the music on YouTube is drum solo that is made up on the spot. And even some of those can be tricky. I can remember trying to use some solos from Neil Peart, and I was getting claims every time. So it all depends. It has to be almost like a solo that's literally made up on the spot by the musician and not used again. So if Neil plays a solo and it's used on a recording, obviously you're going to get a claim. If Neil plays a solo on a video and then he plays it repeatedly, the same solo, you're going to get a claim again because he's repeating it verbatim. You're going to get a claim. The artist has the right to make money off of their work. So when people get on YouTube and actually complain and beg the artist not to do this and stuff, like I said, 5 years ago, I might have been with them, but now I understand where the artist is coming from. The artist has to fight for their music because it's so hard for artists to make money nowadays. Now, I know you're going to say, yeah, but the Beatles and Zeppelin and The Who and all these huge bands, they make so much money. Why are they picking on the little guy? Well, one of the reasons they make so much money is because they have such an incredible legal team fighting for them. And like the Eagles, like I said, Don Henley is top dog. He fights for his music tooth and nail. Don Henley actually has a team of people that scour the internet, especially YouTube, because YouTube is probably the worst offender. And if they see somebody covering an Eagles tune of any kind or any of Don Henley's solo stuff, immediately strike. He doesn't even waste his time on a claim. It goes to a strike. So don't monkey around with the Eagles. You're going to lose. That's the other thing. It doesn't matter. You get on there and do a video begging and pleading and crying that, you know, I'm doing this for you. That's a really sorry excuse, but I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this video. I'm making you money. Like Led Zeppelin, for example. They don't care. YouTube doesn't care either. They are not going to change their policy because you put a video up complaining about their policy. It's their policy. One thing about YouTube that I've discovered, I've been on YouTube 15 years. They're merciless. Their policy is their policy. You breach it, they punish you. And there's barely any argument. Now, there is a copyright claim dispute form that you can fill out on any claim that you get, you can put an argument in saying why it's your material. In other words, the fair use clause. Now, the fair use clause, I've used that many times. I've won 60%, I've lost 40%. If you lose, I'm giving you a piece of advice here. If you lose, don't claim, don't send a rebuttal in other words, a second dispute. You're going to lose, they're not going to change, and then you're going to get a strike. 3 strikes and you're out. You don't want strikes on your channel. So this is some advice for fellow YouTubers, and I follow my own advice. I don't monkey around. If I put out, for example, recently I did a reaction of Thomas Lang playing one of his own songs, and you can watch it on my channel. Immediately got a claim, but I disputed it because, yes, there's elements of Thomas playing his own song, obviously, but it's broken up because I stopped, I talked, I analyzed. Reaction videos are a little bit acceptable in the fair use community on YouTube. If you play the video straight through with no breaks, you will not win in a copyright claim. There has to be breaks. You have to make it your own. That's why I laugh when people say, stop talking during the video, I'm trying to watch Thomas play. Well, what you don't understand is it's going to get a copyright claim. I'm going to get a copyright claim. The video is going to be claimed. I have to stop it. I have to talk because I have to make it my own video. If I just put Thomas on and let the video play and just sit and watch it with the rest of you, I'm going to get a claim. And also, not only am I going to get a claim, but my dispute is going to be rebutted. It is going to be shot down. So to avoid that, as far as reaction videos go, you've got to make it into your own. Now, obviously you can't stop in the middle of a cover tune and talk about what you're doing and make it your own. People are going to go crazy if you do that. If you're doing a cover tune, you got to play the song from beginning to end. And it doesn't matter if you change the beat. If the melody and harmony are there and it's intact, it's a copyright claim. It doesn't matter what you do on the drums, you're going to get a copyright claim. Sometimes drummers even get claims on recognizable drum grooves. Rosanna, sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes I've heard of the Rosanna beat when it's played verbatim at the tempo, etc., getting a claim on it. Now that blows my mind because drum beats usually don't get claims on them, but I have heard of it happening. Never happened to me. I have gotten, I remember the last time I did a cover song was a Weekend song. Can't remember the name of the song. I did it for my son, actually. And I put it on YouTube and immediately got a claim, and I decided to try and edit it. The editing didn't work, so I just got rid of it. But that's the last time, and that was several years ago. I do not do any covers anymore. There's just no point. So, Sina, you're probably never going to watch my video despite me watching yours, but girl, you got to find another way. You've got to find another way. You're not going to win against a huge corporate band like Zeppelin. They are going to win every single time. So to find another way, you're going to have to redo your channel. Make some money for yourself, girl. Make some money for yourself and stop doing covers and start doing original stuff. Do your own original music, or get up here and talk and do whatever you can do to get your fans interested in you other than just playing covers. She's really great. I love what she does, but it's really pointless. Sorry to be the bringer of bad news, but I have to reach out. I saw this video and I just had to get on here and talk about it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Stay away from playing covers unless you want to continue to get copyright claims and eventually strikes against you. I don't understand that, but I say stay away from them. I think it's great to keep drumming and do some drumming videos. There's nothing wrong with you just getting up there and shooting a video of yourself playing drums. That's fine. The problem is that drums as an individual instrument is difficult, and in terms of getting interest from people. If you're doing instruction videos, yeah, you can get some interest. I found for me, even the instruction videos don't really do that great. Sometimes they do. I'm not going to stop doing instruction videos, but I have definitely stopped doing the covers. All right. Thanks very much for watching. And as always, keep drumming. Just stay away from the covers. See ya.